I have been taking y'all's advice and I have been out in the garden. I've been digging my fingers in the dirt and fertilizing, watering what is left in my garden and preparing for what is to come. There's something about just digging your fingers in the soil, nurturing plants that are already growing, preparing plants that you want to sow, being quiet, being still, listening to your thoughts. I cut my string beans back a few weeks ago because they were dying back, so I went ahead and cut them. You can see that I haven't pulled them yet. And I walked in this morning and I realized that although I had cut them, one of the branches was missed. So it is still green. It is not brown. It's not dyed back because it has not been disconnected from the source, the nutrition that feeds the plant. And because it has not been cut back, I have some more beans. My string beans are still growing. It's good. It's good to see the harvest based on what you have planted. It is good to reap the benefits of the work that you put in. It's good to be able to eat off of what you have sown. I planted a salad bed back where I had my squash earlier this summer. So I planted some different types of lettuce and spinach. I've got some radishes in there. I've also planted some carrots. And it's already starting to grow. I'm excited that soon we will be able to come outside and pick some things to make a salad. And it reminded me of the principle of sowing and reaping. You reap what you sow. I planted salad mix. I planted buttercup lettuce and giant noble spinach and watermelon radishes. I planted rainbow carrots in that bed. And the principle of sowing and reaping says, because I planted those seeds, and that is what I will bring forth. I think some of you guys have gotten confused. You are acting as if you plant buttercup lettuce and watermelon radishes, then you will be able to go and grab some purple plums or Jubilee watermelon or a Texas onion. You are acting as if you plant lettuce seeds, black seeded lettuce, then you will be able to make a pot of collard greens. But that's not how it works. Whatever you plant, then that is typically what you will get a harvest from. I remember one of my mentors telling me, he was teaching about the principle of sowing and reaping, and he said, you reap what you sow. You know, we've heard that. He said, yes, but I want to caution you that you don't always reap where you sow. You reap what you sow, but you don't always reap where you sow. And so he went on to teach and say, there are times when you will feel led to help someone. Maybe they're having a hard time and you can assist them financially, or you help them with your knowledge or wisdom, your business acumen. Maybe you help them by watching their children while they go to work, or you help them by giving them a word of encouragement. You pour out of yourself, you sow into someone else. And whether that person has the ability to repay you or not is of no consequence. What matters is that you will reap what you have sown. Maybe not where you have sown, but you will reap what you have sown. And because you will reap what you have sown, you've got to be careful to sow good things, to sow love and not hate, unity and not division. Being in the garden reminds me of things that I can control. I can control whether or not I water what I have planted. I can control the fact that I plant anything at all. I have already started my seeds for my fall garden, and they are growing. I cannot control when some of you jump into my comments and you tell me that I need to do research, that I don't understand context, as if when I hear you say black women do not have the brain processing power, and the only reason we were able to achieve any type of success is because of affirmative action, because we took a white person's spot, as if that needs more context. I can't control that. I cannot control your ignorance, even when I try to provide facts or counter. your unintelligence with actual information. I cannot control the fact that your brain does not allow actual facts to infiltrate it. I cannot control that you are marked by your hatred, your racism, your bigotry. I can't control that. I cannot control that a lot of you who are big, bold, bad, and in my comments are not even on my level. I can control it on the back end, but I can't change the way you think. And that's not my goal. My goal is to provide different information, an alternate point of view, to open your eyes to a different perspective, another reality. Now, whether or not you choose to accept that, that is completely on you. I can't control what you do, how you think, who you love, how you choose to worship, where you choose to worship. I can't control that. But I have been controlling my responses. The level of restraint that is required not to classily clap back, not to be eloquent in speech when I tear you to shreds, not to smile as I tell you how unintelligent you are, that your ignorance is infuriating, that your lack of knowledge is beneath me and not worth my time, that I do not debate those who do not know what the Dewey Decimal System is and how or why it was used. It has required a lot of restraint. And since I can't control you, I control what I can. The seeds I plant in my garden and in life. Because I know, unlike some of you, I know that you reap what you sow. And while you fix your little fingers to type in my comments that I am hateful, I am a racist, as if black people could actually be racist, but your unintelligence prevents you from knowing that. While you spend your time doing that, I will continue sowing seeds, fertilizing, watering, digging in, digging deep, pulling up things that should not be there. Because gardening is continuing to teach me about life, about love, about relationships and people. And some of you guys are worse than weeds. Some of you are climbing vines that try to infiltrate spaces, nooks, crannies. You come in and pillage the resources. You steal from the soil. You infiltrate. You seek to divide, to sow division. And the only way to deal with that kind of issue is to pull it up by the root. And that's what needs to happen. You need to be pulled out. And if you can't be pulled out, then you definitely need to be called out.